Hello, traders. This is addzeros, and I was researching for tomorrow, and I saw some of the great ideas. I thought that, why don't I share with you guys so you can also be prepared uh, for the trading for Monday. And some of the ideas I wanted to show you is just look at the JKS. JKS is from the solar company, the Jinko Solar, and it's from the solar sector. And if you look at it here, and you will notice that, you know, uh, let me show you. This is a daily, but let's look at the weekly first. So you're gonna appreciate much more. And so if you look at the weekly, it came from the 90 to all the way to 34. And if you see, it has got a real good support here around the 34.76. So from the last 2 weeks it was around that level. So now if you see the big picture, it came down, but it's got a support here at 35 or 24, whatever you want to call. Now look at the dailies. So if you look at the daily, you will notice that there is a one big bullish candle, and then there was last 5 days was within the same range it was trading. And then on the Friday, it made the 6% move around, and it was breaking the previous consolidation range. Now this is on the very nice range here, and it's clearly I see is breaking this 38 level and going towards the 40. And no doubt that we could have an easy target here around 40 to 45, which is a 50 moving average. So it's very nice support area here. And now if you look at the 30 minutes chart, you will also going to appreciate. So look at how beautiful bull flag he's making, and clearly is trying to break out this level. Now I want to see that on the Monday whether it's gapped up or it gapped down a bit. And look at the last 30 minutes of volume. You will see it. Look at this volume. It definitely someone has really bought. And you always need to see these kind of a volume on the last hours to see that whether the big buyers are coming in to buy or not. And you can see here that at this level there's a big volume. People are buying on it here and this dip. The moment it came down another day, look at this, the big volume came in. And then if you look at it here, the last 30 minutes in, but this is the climax volume. Look at the how big is the volume here. And with support, which doesn't support exactly the price action, but definitely mean that there's someone is really absorbed so many shares here, right? So this looks really, really good. So now what we need to see for Monday, that this level is breaking, whether it's gap up. If it's gap up, then we need to see if it's pulled back and give us a right action. And if it's gap down or is open flat, then we just need to see that whether a right price action to go over this breakout, and then we can take it. And there is a big room. If you look at the daily, there is a big room on top here. So definitely a nice trade can it be. And feel free to write your questions if you have, or if you have any other question, or I feel free to ask me and I will gonna answer you. The next idea I wanted to share is the PLBY. So PLBY was extended, and this was the first big red day came in. And this red day, if you look at it, is this is really from 45 to 37. So it's almost $7 red day. Now what we need to see whether it consolidate or it just give us another chance to come down. Because what I feel that once you see this kind of a bearish candle, where it can be two things happen. It can easily go back if it has so many buyers in place, and buyer really wanted to get into this stock, then they're going to buy, and the stock again going to move back and continue. And if it's just fluffy, there's no substance, it's just extended because of no reason, so then it's gonna start at fading down and going back to its original value, which is here. So we can easily be have a profit target around 32.76. So just keep an eye over tomorrow whether it gap down, it continue the downward trend, or it gap down, and then but the buying pressure comes in and then it's recover all the way there. So in both the directions, it can this is a good play. We can definitely can have a nice play here. If you look at the 30 minutes chart, look at this, it's clearly losing its momentum, and it's now touching the 50 moving average. And if you look at the last 30 minutes, it really means that that eh, despite the market was going up, but this PLBY was not able to attract a new buyers to come in and buy despite this touching the 50 moving average. So that's why I feel like it is going to make more continuation move to downward trend because trend has changed. But we will keep an eye to see that it might change in the Monday morning. And this is from the consumer cyclical sector or the ledger activity sector. So it's a really nice guy. And even if you look at the RSI, it's still on the oversold category. So there is a chance of moving down. Another one I think is on the extended stock is CGS. It was the CGS, CGS. I think it's not C. Okay, I think I lost it. Let me quickly show you here. I think CGA. So if you look at the CGA, there's another stock which is really gapping up, and on an extended stock, it's from $6 to $13, and it has a big parabolic moves. But if you look at it, this volume, and now you look at this volume, so this volume doesn't go with the size of the candle on the price action, because if you look at the market cap is very small, which is 68.9 million market capitalization. That's mean that if there is a smaller share float, it means that there's a more room to go up. So now what we see here, this clearly looks like that it may get ready for the pullback, but just keep in mind because this is very small share float, it can easily keep moving up, keep grinding up and up until you find a reasonable point where it can come down. So what we need to do, we need to stay focused, and if we get if it's kept down on the Monday morning, then we can write it down as a downward play. The other stock I wanted to share you the idea is a run. So if you look at the run, there's another solar stock, and if you look at the weekly, it is really getting a support on a 46.52 from last how many weeks? One, two, three. So this is really nice support here. And now what we need to see here, look at the 30 minutes candle, look at the daily first, and look, you see that there's a big bar came in, and which crossed how many days? One, two, three, four, five. It's almost breaking up the last 5 days, and it's also the previous low, from the last, if you say the, almost a month for whole March, it was around this range. So what I see that there is a big chance that we can get a big move if the market stay positive, or if the stock doesn't consolidate and give us a chance to quickly go up. It's still RSI is still on the lower side, is not overbought, not oversold, is on a 45 range. We can easily get a chance. Let's see what he does on the Monday. If it's consolidate, then we do not need to touch. We need to see that whether it is breaking down this level, so then we can have a better move up to the 50 moving average. That is going to be our target. And you but make sure that this 50 moving average is also making a higher lows, which is coming as a resistance, which is on the 56. But still, if we get something on a 52, I think the 3 4 points right within that, if we can just able to get 2 points, 1 point, all right, that's for as a day trader is gonna be awesome for us. Um, these some of the ideas I have. I have a lot short lists others as well, but this video is going to be too long. So I just wanted to stay simple and focus, just focus on these four areas. And definitely, I feel that it has a potential for us to give us some. And another trade which I was tracking last few days. I basically ride it up to on this level, and it's really had fun. Now, what is AI doing is now AI is pulling back a little bit, which is on this range, but I still feel that AI has a big room for us to give us the up to on the weekly or even on the monthly level, it can give us a chance to move up to around 80. That's I really feel. If you look at the weekly, it has really had a chance to go up to this level. So what we need to see here now on the daily, you see that the higher is 74 and the low of where the move has started is the 62. So right now it is around the $10 range within that. So we need to see that when it's break the level 67 or 68, we can start building a position and we're going to add on the full position and on the 73. It can get really a good chance for us to push this to all the way to the 50 moving average, which is on here on the daily level. So I really feel that this has a good potential as well. If you look at the RSI, it's still on the 40, which is not close to close to the buying spot where people can buy, not overbought, not oversold, is on the moderate level. So definitely, uh, you know, uh, we can buy to this point. Once it's gonna break this level up to this point, we can ride it. So yeah, thank you very much. That's all I have. If you like this video, feel free to share, give me your comments, and let and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.